All right. Okay.
Welcome back to the Trading Show. My name is David, the new guy with the glasses. These are Versace glasses. I'm not a man of expensive taste, but for my eyesight, I am. I'm joined by the Buddha, the monk, the Zen master, JP.
Yes. Hello, the Zen Master JP here. Hey, everybody. Good morning. I'm ready to make a generational trade.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. I'm excited.
Let's do it.
You know, I'm eyeing a couple of trade setups here, okay? I was eyeing a Bitcoin long. Got stopped out. Great way to start a day. Love it. Love it. What was I eyeing? Well, the 1 minute. Stokes were low. VWAP was coming up. And, of course, you try to front run, plays and trades.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot riskier. You get better entries if it goes your way, but nothing's confirmed, and so you run the risk of the trade just going completely against you, which it did for me. So started the day off with an L, which is fine, because I'm trying to get that volume up so we can bring the prize pool up to 10K here. Trying to do my part. So I was looking at this falling wedge here on Bitcoin on the 1 minute. Stokes were low. VWAP was curving up. Momentum was on the floor in terms of market cipher B. I got in at the bottom end of this pattern here. It started to go up. I was like, okay, I was in the profit 8-9% right away. And then it just rolled over and fell. You can already see we've gotten a back test that failed, and now we're dumping. And so it seems like as far as a classic pattern that from a probability standpoint should break up, has decided to break to the downside. Another chart I'm keeping my eye out on is a hyperliquid short on the 1 hour. Potential breakdown from a bear flag. And I'm not going to make the same mistake I made with the Bitcoin trade. I originally had a limit order at the top end of this range here. I canceled that. I want to see, I'd rather, at this point today with all the volatility, I'd rather wait for a clean break to the downside and then enter in on the retest. But I got my eye on a hyperliquid short, and I'm open-minded to what Bitcoin can do. Obviously, I think with us breaking this 1 minute pattern here, I should have broken to the upside. I guess we zoom out to the 5 minute, little bit of a M double top here, expecting a little bit of a flag on the 5 minute, a bear flag that, again, should break to the downside. And so that's kind of what I'm keeping my eye out on. What about you, JP? What do you keep?
All right. Well, I'm mostly keeping my eye on the 4 hour. That's my spiel. I like to, align with the 4 hour. It had faked me out the last time. It gave a green dot, and I also put an update out there in Discord this morning. Shout out to the community. Good morning, anybody who saw that update, and thank you everybody who helped make an amazing stream last night. Good to see you. Hit that like early. Let's get it going. But yeah, so I'm looking at the 4 hour. What I was waiting for was the 4 hour close because it gave us the green dot. The stochastics are in the middle of the range and not reset. It had reset previously. It's in the middle of the range and curving up. That's okay. As long as it's curving up is what I'm looking for. Preferably, low and curved up is better, but it is curving up. It can still get a move from that. Green dot, it had a bullish engulfing candle on the 4 hour right there. That's a bullish engulfing candle. And you know what? I was waiting for this candle close, and it closed bullish engulfing. Closed about, 30 minutes ago? Yep, 37 minutes ago. I was waiting for that candle close for my trigger for the long. Now, while it looks decent on the, the 4 hour, we have a new candle now. It's at the top of the candle. It has not taken out the 50%. I like that 50% on the candle. As long as it remains that level. Let me pull up a rectangle here and see where we are. Clearly we're above it. So the 4 hour is flashing a long signal for me right now. The concern is obviously those smaller time frames right now. The 1 minute had lost the 200 in May. We were looking a little bit double toppy, and I saw some bearish divergence earlier. It was almost looking like a pretty good short, and it may be. And so I'll be doing analysis live here to see which way is the most probable. But as far as the 4 hour, it says long. Even right now, it closed bullish.
The 1 minute's getting a bid right now.
It's getting a little push up.
Yeah.
So according to the 4 hour, which I'm aligned to, I should be looking for a long. So what time frame that long will be on? Maybe it's the 4 hour. Maybe I just put a stop loss, maybe below that very bottom wick. like way down there, like literally 61. Or if you want more conservative, you could put it here, right? I mean, you really shouldn't go back below that. In fact, it shouldn't go back below that 50% line. But that's just, I look at that as like a live measure, as how bullish or bearish we are. But I'm considering a 4-hour swing long right now based on that engulfing candle, the stochastics, and of course that market cipher B green dot. What do you think?
Let's see what Rob thinks. Hey, Rob.
Yo.
What's going on, man?
Chilling, dude.
Sausage boy.
You're really running with that one, huh?
At least for a couple days. It's only fair.
How you feel about it? Do you dislike it?
What, the sausage or the trade?
No, the sausage boy. The sausage boy moniker. How do you like that?
At least you're not the new guy with glasses. That's pretty cool.
So I'm just, well, what's up with that, bro?
You got zero room to talk. I don't want to hear it.
What do you mean? You're making fun of me, and then you say I got zero room to talk.
Yeah, says the guy who called his business partner cancer.
Yeah, he called him a cancer first,
man. Cancer, and then you double down the next day. So this is my revenge, my payback.
All right, so yeah, new
my
nicknames.
revenge tour. Don't worry, at least
So hold on. So you go out of town, and then you say, "Hey, what would you like me to bring back?" And most people are like, "Give me a keychain, a magnet." I like to get the finest things that countries are known for. You go to Mexico, hey, bring me a bottle of tequila. Am I the tequila guy now? Or you go to, or maybe,
yeah, you'd be a tequila guy.
Yeah, maybe if you go to Canada, I'd be like, bring me some maple syrup.
Yeah.
I feel like we should bring you a new sausage every day. Make it a sausage fest in here.
That's okay. Open it up for jokes now. Okay. Open it up for jokes now.
My God.
Did you catch up on your jet lag yet, brother?
No, actually, I have not.
You have not.
No, I'm not. No.
Guys, David with jet lag is like recovering from ACL surgery.
It's bad.
Like the dude's like a big toddler. He has to have one nap every day for 3 hours. Has to have his blankie, and God forbid he misses his nap because everything falls apart.
Don't forget the pillow between the legs.
Yeah, pillow between the legs. I mean, the dude, man. I'm telling you, man.
I genuinely have not slept in like 4 days, so I'm
damn.
But I'm here.
But you know what's funny is that like this city's built on people traveling from out of town, and people just come here every day. Like millions of people, they're flying into Vegas from Europe. Jet lag don't bother them, but it take my boy out.
I'm still here, aren't I?
Yeah, you are.
Anyways,
you made
back
it
to the chart. Let's get back. We're feeling so in due time here, and exactly how I expected. My trade got taken out and Bitcoin, went the way I thought it was going to go. Now it's kind of flagging on the 1 minute. So JP was talking about the 4 hour being bullish. 1 hour looks kind of bullish. That was a pretty good move up there. A decent amount of volume behind it. I did see a little bit of bull dip on the 1 minute on Bitcoin, which added to my bullish bias to get into that long. It was a little bit further back, like around here. So I don't know. What are you feeling here for Bitcoin price action? Everyone talks about getting that wick down, that liquidity grab to the downside, which you can argue we did. Here's the 1 hour. Here's that wick down to 61.3 and an immediate bounce. We put in a higher low on the 1 hour. So with that being said, what's kind of your directional bias for the day here, Robin?
Immediately when I look at the charts, I immediately want to find a long, right? I'm kind of looking at this. I'm like, I'm just looking at the 15-minute here. You have, it's a toss up right now, but either way, I'm kind of looking for a long, and I don't really know I can't put my finger on it, and perhaps it's, making these higher lows here, and then, you're coming into a pattern like this, but this should break to the downside. And the same thing, if you kind of zoom it out, we looked at it like yesterday, yesterday, day before yesterday, we were kind of looking at what was a bear pennant, which was a pretty big breakdown. And it's not a bear pennant, but you got these little wedges coming into it, but you're not coming into it with like because you consolidated here. And so just kind of where I'm at is, I feel like a reversal is coming, but the reality of it is that more than likely, if you're playing percentages and you're just saying like, hey, what is the likelihood of something happening? The likelihood is that we're going to break further down.
Yeah.
Now, the sentiment, you might say, hey, we're oversold, we're exhausted. You might say, like, hey, I've been around this game long enough. This seems like return territory or rebound territory. But the reality of it is that you're going against the trend right now, and you're likely going to lose. The likelihood is that we're going to have a further drawdown. That's what it seems to be to me. And so there's no like look at this on the 4 hour. The 4 hour, it is not showing you any signs of relief. There hasn't been like one green candle. I mean, not anything to break us out of the pattern, right? And
that
so
last one should be engulfing. You got to zoom in. It's not very strong, but it should. That red candle should fit in there.
Yeah. And I see what you're saying here.
We had the same thing prior, and just
exactly. I had the same thing, but you got to start with an engulfing candle.
Yeah,
and so that's the first step. Obviously, you want to see a change of character. You want to see
a little bit of bull div, nothing crazy. Bull div, engulfing, green dot. I mean, it's hard to ignore, but I agree with you. What we have not seen is the actual break-in trend, what you're trying to project there.
Exactly.
Right? We're front running still.
So,
right?
So if you're asking me like what direction I think the market's going to go, I feel like the drop that we had yesterday, it seems like we're gonna have some kind of bounce soon, and I feel like the bounce should be coming in relatively soon, like today, right? This afternoon. And so with that said, Bitcoin does this. Bitcoin keeps falling and keeps falling, and people are like, it's gonna bounce soon, it's gonna bounce soon. And so like don't get caught in that trap. Because you can pull up we'll pull up 2-day candles, and you can just see that this drop here, I mean, from 73 to 63, I mean, this is pales in comparison from 90 to 60. like that's 30, 40% move. And then you can go back, you can go look at the weekly, and then you can kind of go back and see that like, hey, we've had these giant moves. Like, look how long these are weekly candles. Look how long this lasted, right? This was from March all the way to June, right? Where you had one singular green candle. And so you want to talk about, hey, the markets are exhausted, it's going to turn around. So from the macro perspective, kind of zooming out, that's the way I look at it. But if you look at this red candle on the weekly, I mean, it basically just obliterated anything that was made here in this move, completely engulfed this entire pattern, and plus some, right? Particularly this one candle just wiped everything out. On top of that, you have some strong wicks, and I know we've been talking about waiting for them wicks to come in. Well, we're starting to get them. Also, you got the 200 here coming up, which we caught a strong bounce on. So, I'm keeping an open mind to my trades. I will be looking for shorts first. Once I see on the shorter time frames something bullish come out, I'll change my narrative. But right now, this ain't bullish. Unless you're seeing something different than I am, JP. 15-minute, 1 hour, any of this bullish?
Potentially, not yet. I mean, there are some
exactly.
There's some reversal patterns coming, like that double bottom right there. It has not played out yet. That's a double bottom. It's a W pattern. It does have somewhat of a handle right there. You see the candle now starting to come up a bit. That's a W with a handle. That usually breaks up. it could break up. Probabilistically, it'll break up, but sometimes it'll break up to a bear flag. That's what happened on the daily.
Yeah,
okay,
exactly.
So I'm not saying we, going very, very high, but that could break up. We'll see what happens. I mean, very volatile market. I agree with you. The trend is down. The only problem here now, and what makes this a very, very difficult level to trade.
Here's that W on the daily you saw that went into a.
Exactly. See how that W? Yeah, it broke up. It did play out, but then we got very bearish. The same thing could happen, and we can go low, low, low. So I'm with you. The trend is down. The only problem is if you look at the daily time frame here, we are at key level support at the bottom of the range. I generally don't look for shorts at the bottom of the range. Yes, we could lose the range and go even lower, but I'm going to point out 2 reasons why this is a key level. Number one, because this is where we bottomed previously back in February. That is the bottom. That is the double bottom. This could create a bigger double bottom and even save us from going lower. Potentially, that could happen. That, and also if you zoom out, actually 3 reasons here. Here's reason number 2. This range right here back in the beginning of the bull market. This is February 24. Excuse me, February 24. Well, not the beginning, but in this range, this consolidation range, February 24 to about September 24, October 24. This consolidation range, we're now at the POC, the point of control, the most high volume area where transactions happen of the range. That's in confluence with the bottom, from this February. And number 3 reason, go to the left again. This is also the top of the previous bull market, a potential SR flip on the macro range. So 1, 2, 3 reasons why this is a key level and why we can see at least a lackluster bounce, a small bounce here. I'm not looking for shorts right here, believe it or not. I am looking for a long, and my 4 hour says the long is right now. I may go ahead and just blindly take it. I would prefer to see some setups on a smaller time frame as well. Bull div, a Bitcoin getting back above the 1 minute to 5 minute. I'm looking for longs right now just because we are at a critical key level. So yeah, that's where I'm at with it.
Okay.
I think a good thing to think about is probably more likely than anything is for us to continue out this pattern, right? On the 15-minute. I think that during today's show, instead of seeing a big breakout to the downside or upside, you will probably have a little bit of consolidation. Even if we do break down, you can go look back at the 1 hour chart. We could probably see consolidation, something, even if we do break further down, similar to this, right? We came into this pattern here. And this was from the 26th, or this was from the 27th to the 1st. And so, this was 4 days of consolidation. Mm-hmm. It might seem like it was a little bit more abrupt. That was when we lost the 70K range. And so, I would lean more consolidation here. And which will give you a perfect time to start looking at those altcoins. I know Zcash was something I was trading. I did get in and out of a trade yesterday in the profit. Didn't quite hit my TP mark. I had entered in a trade at 600, and that was yesterday right around here somewhere. It was about here. I had TP at 658. But I got out on one of these wicks here. So Zcash is interesting. This is something I've been trading a lot of. We're starting to see some big candles here. So we just formed rounded out a bottom here, and we're starting to make what looks like a cup handle. And you got 2 short candles here. Well, we're playing 1 hour right now, but could be a little bit of a consolidation here. I'm going to keep a close eye during the show on Zcash. I think I wouldn't be surprised to see a little bit of this. And then if I start seeing a swing to the upside, then I may get in on a long. Now, this is at $536. And to put that into perspective, we were at 612 yesterday. And so we could fill this gap here today, and this would be a nice trade. This would be a big, strong move. And if I see this consolidate a little bit, let's say for the next 45 minutes, and then we start to see a breakout, I might long this. And
Nice.
also just keep in mind that as Bitcoin was dropping yesterday, during this move that we saw yesterday here, we went from 65 down to 61. That move right there, Zcash was going the opposite direction. And so there was a lot of buyers trying to step in as all altcoins were getting liquidated. So for that reason, I know that Zcash is uncorrelated to Bitcoin. So especially if Bitcoin starts to consolidate, I feel like there could be a really good trade opportunity on Zcash coming up today. So I'll keep an eye on that. Also, Siren's up a lot. I know you guys aren't the biggest fans of trading Siren, but could be a good short opportunity on this one. Yeah, and I will get into that later. But
You know what time frame I like Bitcoin on is a 12-hour. 12-hour looks really good. Take a look at this.
Green dot.
Double green dot. Now, we've had a few of them, right? So you start seeing these bundled and bunched up in a short time period. Usually that's, means something. So had a double green dot here. We had a little bit of a run up, but it ultimately didn't play out. When you take a look at where the RSI and the Stokes were a little curving up, but the RSI was sitting at around 35. Second double green dot was right here, right at the 200. RSI again was right in the mid 30s. Stokes low, kind of pointing up. Okay. Here we have double green dot. We have RSI pointing up in current oversold territory. Same thing with the Stokes. VWAP looks like it is above zero. Money flow is still deep in the red. Momentum is down on the floor as well. You take a look at where momentum was the last time we had that double green dot. It was here, right? We weren't getting that bounce off the floor. Here we've got essentially a double bottom on the momentum here on market cipher B. Overextended momentum wave doesn't get much lower than this. And as JP mentioned, it is at a very key level. The green line that I have drawn out here, that is 62,500. What has Bitcoin done at 62,500, right? Here's your first bounce of 14%. Here's your second bounce of 12%. Here's your third bounce of 16%. And well, that's where we are now. And so with that being said, I have a limit long order set at 63,024 with my stop loss at 61,280 below the wick and TP to the 12-hour, 21-day moving average, which is 71,870. I'd love to take it up to the 200, but that would put it at 73.1. The likelihood of me waiting it out all the way there is pretty low. If this is it's a decent sized trade, risking 300 to make 1,600. So what is that? A little more than a 5-to-1 trade setup. So that's kind of what I'm eyeing. I agree with you, JP. I think obviously the macro trend is short, but it's hard to short at levels where you've seen what Bitcoin's price has done. Now, could this time be different? Different headwinds, different macro factors, different economy, sure. But if you were to do that, you'd never get into any trades. You'd always sit there, well, what's different this time? Well, this time the mortgage rates are high. Well, last time this happened, and this time, you look at the chart. Where do the buyers come in? The buyers come in here. Every time they've come in, they push the price up 10+%. Why would we not take the risk? Obviously, it's an educated guess, but that's what trading is taking a bunch of educated guesses and minimizing your losses. Yep. So that's the trade setup I have for you guys. That the one I'm personally taking, 62,000 even on an entry, 61.2. Where's my my stop here? So I guess we can do a trade alert for this one.
63,000 even for you. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a trade alert. Call by Dave. Let's go.
Attention, trade inbound. Attention, trade alert. High probability setup found.
Back in the stack.
Yeah, nice and neat. Good job. I was just about to call a trade alert myself. I'm looking at a similar setup, Dave. I'm still eyeing that 4-hour. I like the close. I like the green dot. Candle right now staying above the 50% of that engulfing candle. And I'm looking at the smaller time frames here and looking at that double bottom with the handle. The handle is technically a bull flag. The question is the bull flag healthy? Will it bounce from a normal retracement level? There's no bounce yet. Or does this go lower? Now, there's always a bullish and a bearish case. We're speculating on the bullish case. We have to also weigh the bearish case in order to, make a proper, assessment here of what can happen. In the bearish case, I mean, this could just be more bearish consolidation before we break down below this key level. So let's see, on the 15-minute time frame, could this turn into just another descending triangle? I'm gonna draw. It's what you have those lower highs, right? Lower highs, not perfect, right? Lower highs, something like that. Maybe it's slightly above it. Maybe it's like that. I'm just kind of projecting here, okay?
You know how I would draw it?
Right?
I would take those two highs there and then watch that bounce right at the top. So drop it a little lower there.
Like that?
Right there. And then look where the price bounced.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, it kind of broke out of the pattern. Now attempting to come back in, or maybe bullishly retest. Maybe that flag gets that bounce, right?
Yeah, that's how I would do it.
And that's the entry, yeah. Well, the fact is that is a lower high. It's a lower high. It's not perfect. So it's either two ways, the way you did it like that, or you could do it like that. Maybe that one just didn't reach the projection there. Either way, you got lower highs. I'm going to do it both ways. And you got equal lows. This could just be bearish consolidation. We made money off of this pattern twice in a row last night on the stream. Once again, shout out to everybody who made money. Dollar signs in the chat. Where's my Zen centers? We got brand new Zen emojis for the members. Okay, big shout out to everybody who's a member. Make some noise in there. Come on, who made money? Put how much money you made in the chat. I know a lot of people made money. We traded this exact pattern. Why wouldn't we just trade it again, right? Because it needs to fill out. It needs to fill out, and also, man, once again, we're at that key level. I'm not really looking for a short right now at the key level. We ate off the shorts. I'm not trying to be greedy. Give to the needy, okay? Ribs are touching. Sorry. I had to. I'm sorry. Classic X there. Man, so I'm not trying to be too greedy with the shorts. We're at a key level. I can see a small bounce. Well, hey, maybe the small bounce was last night, right? That was a nice little bounce we got last night. Some people made money high risk off that little bounce. But I don't know, man. We're at a key level. That 4 hour, my guide is telling me that, a potential bounce here. It gave us the potential bounce before. It was wrong. I lost money. I'm willing to lose money again, but we'll see, man. It could be bearish consolidation, or this could be a double bottom with a little bull flag, right? A little handle. 4 hour takes off. I'm looking at a similar entry to you. I'm looking at actually around 63,000, about 300, something like that, right around 63,000 something for my entry.
I was kind of looking at that same kind of chart, man, and it's.
Right there.
I'm waiting for it to fill out a little bit. I almost
you gonna short it?
I'm not saying I'm going to short it, but I just think that this is likely to come down to the bottom side of this trend line. And so if I was going along, I'd probably take it at 62.5. Yeah, I just feel like it's coming down here just because we haven't broke out. We haven't even come close to breaking out here on this. And so, yeah, man, I mean, even if it does come back, even if it does pop back up, I feel like it's going to run into that as resistance again. Siren's like, Siren is...
Real quick, before you get into another coin, I just want to give a big shout out, man. AlexO gifted 20 memberships.
Let's go.
So shout out to you, Alex. We love you. We appreciate you. Also, Muhammad said, can you look at ICP? The token then will surpass ETH with a $10 super chat. We'll have JP queue that up. So big thanks to all of you who support us. And go ahead, Rob.
Yeah, so Siren, interesting. Look at the 15-minute candles. I mean, this is odd, right? Now it's a small coin, so look at these candles. My man. Yeah, like there is a ton of upside. There's just a ton of pressure on both sides. I mean, you got buyers coming in, sellers coming in, so this is just a lot of volume. here on this, and it's these tiny little short candles. Usually when you get these little stubby candles, you get a big breakout after you start accumulating too many of them, which we saw here. I mean, look at these, look how small these candles are. And then of course, one side is going to eventually win out, which we saw it go push up to the upside. And then we had a sharp reversal. But you know, we are back at this level again. And so I am ready to take a long or a short, and it's really going to depend on when this thing breaks out of the either this little pattern here, breaks out of this wedge here. And so if we do another one of these here, a second one of these, I have a feeling we'll get a retest and a bounce to the upside. Or we could just see this come down, lose this, and then ultimately go down. So I got my eye on both Zcash and Siren. Today I will be trying to get a trade on some altcoins. And right now I got Zcash and Siren in the crosshairs.
Awesome. I'm looking at ICP for Muhammad. Muhammad, good guy, VIP here in the channel. Sent $10. ICP, I'm seeing somewhat of a, could be a cup and handle on a daily time frame. A little bit overbought. Money flow solid in the green. I'm still getting to move up from the green dot. Let's go down to that 12-hour time frame. See that cup and handle a little better there. You have a bit of bearish divergence. Red dot. Some momentum sliding out there. Okay, so careful. It could just be coming down because it put in that handle. You need a handle for your cup. The cup is hot. There is a green candle coming in now, though. Will it engulf the red and go ahead and break it out? If it does, what could be a measured move here? So imperfect cup, you know, you don't have equal highs there. Nothing is perfect when you're doing a pattern, analysis and projection. It's all just, approximate. So somewhat of a cup there. There's that handle. Let's go ahead and get a measured move if you want to break it on out of the range. Something like that. Let's be conservative. Maybe it, it just breaks you right on up to around 322 maybe. 332, sorry, 332. So we're about at 286 for ICP. Very small move on a very short right side of that cup. So let's zoom out a bit. Let's go to maybe a 4-hour for you. Sorry, zoom in 4-hour. A lot of volatility there. You had a big move up with some bear div. You lost it, lost to 200, came back up on the very small time frames for ICP. That is bullish. That is a bullish cross right there. It is now moving up today. That was a small bull flag breaking out. ICP making moves in the small time frames right now. Looks interesting. Looks like it can go higher, folks. Looks like it can go higher. If I just look at the monthly really quick, can we get back to those macro levels for the greatest coin ever, ICP?
Greatest coin ever.
I'm just tooting Muhammad's horn, man. He has that Arab money, man. I'm telling you, he got to take care of him, all right? I got you.
He said he's Indian.
He's Indian. Muhammad. Okay, yeah, okay, same region.
I mean,
okay.
Muhammad is the most popular name in the world, so.
Seriously. Okay, Indian. Okay, Indian money. They got money too, right? They got nuclear weapons, man. Come on. All right.
Just stop now.
Potential double bottom on the monthly, okay? Potential double bottom on the monthly for ICP. Will it come all the way back up to $18? It could. All right, that wraps it up for ICP.
Attracting Abundance said, I want Pulse Chain to take over ETH. It's a long shot, but anything's possible.
Ethereum. Yeah. Man, we never pay attention to Ethereum. How sad, right?
Fucking ass.
Number 2 market cap. We just don't care. No one cares.
Shit. Chainlink's been getting a lot of. So with the layer 0, that Kelp DAO hack, a lot of people are moving infrastructure away from layer 0 and back to Chainlink. I forget what one it was. Virtuals Protocol just announced they're doing that. There was another big layer 1 that moved all their infrastructure, their bridging infrastructure over from layer 0 to Chainlink CCIP. I mean, here's what I've learned with Chainlink. I still hold Chainlink. it just seems like to not affect the price. It's just, I don't know. It's supposed to be a universal gas token. Maybe it's because it hasn't been switched on yet in terms of, you know, money flowing back and forth through Chainlink. I don't know. But at the end of the day, like, you can sit here, all the numbers are up, and DTCC and Swift and this many transactions, and it just doesn't move the price. So I'm not going to sit here and say it's going to move the price, but it's just something to keep a note of. If it does one day decide, I don't know if there's something they got to turn on, if it hasn't started yet. If that day ever comes where it does directly affect the token price, it could be pretty big. Can we take a look at Bitcoin liquidity?
Yes, let's take a look. BTC liquidity on a 5-minute time frame. When I look at it on a very small time frame, it actually doesn't show much at all to the downside. Not too much below us. We cleared it all. We took it all. We've liquidated everybody. There's no survivors. Hiroshima.
Except that one guy, Machi Big Brother, who keeps putting money up on Hyperliquid and getting liquidated every 5 days.
There's nothing left, baby. We got to bounce. There's nobody left. Who's alive? Who has money still?
Justin Sun.
There's nothing. Okay, but I'm kidding. If we zoom out and go to a bigger time frame, go to the 4 hour, you could.
Are you kidding?
Slightly. I mean, that does mean something. That 5-minute time frame.
Yeah.
The right now, it shows you that, you know, there's nobody left. But in the grand scheme of things, here's the real liquidity for you that you really want to know about. So we just got started on the macro liquidity, or maybe meso, right? 4 hour time frame. The meso liquidity between micro and macro. We got bright red at 47K. So while I was being dramatic on stream last night, I mean, there was some truth to it. There's tons of liquidity to bring Bitcoin all the way down to $40,400 with that bright red at 47K. Looks like, you know, we're kind of regathering ourselves right now. You know, maybe consolidating, maybe bearishly consolidating to go lower. Right? Yeah. Based on liquidity. So this is something that's showing us like the bearish possibility here. Lots of liquidity still on the macro side to the downside.
You also had that big wick last night down to 61,000. And so, you got to ask yourself, you know, typically when we break into a new price range, we'll go down and tap a number, which we will ultimately come back to again. But usually when you come down and wick down to a number, usually you bounce there, you reverse, and then over some time, you know, you would come back to it. So, you know, in theory, you would see something like this. You break up, and then, you know, maybe you kind of psych out the market, and you're like, oh, yeah, that was the bottom, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. Then you come back down, you retest it, and then either bounce there. So from a macro position, you would like to see us, you know, hey, that's in the rear view. Don't pay this no mind. But usually, even if you do reverse, you're going to come down and double bottom and then go. You're going to come back and hit that liquidity one last time. Or that particular spot is the next area of resistance that you ultimately lose. And this is what we've seen. We've seen this second part here. We've seen this time and time again recently from the collapse of 100K down to where we're at now. And so is this the final bottom? I inclined to not believe that. I think that we got a little bit lower to go. But, I mean, I don't know. We had
I might have to cut you off. A potential scalp here, potential scalp on that 5-minute time frame. I'm looking at this bull flag, the mini bull flag, like that handle from that W, you know, developing. Got a green candle coming in now. It had a nice bounce and confluence with that 200 MA right there, right around a 618 golden pocket. Actually pretty close to the 786, right? Known a bounce zone, known retracement zone. Green dot. Stochastics looks good. Up, down, starting to curve a bit. Curve it up a little bit. That could be a bull flag that breaks you out. I'm looking at a potential trade here. That will be a scalp with a stop loss below the 100% Fibonacci and below that 50 MA. You know, maybe entry around now. Stop loss at 62,855. Maybe take it on up to 66,400. Could scalp that. This also could be the entry for the 4 hour, right? Use this small time frame entry for my 4 hour trade. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. If we lose, we lose. You know, it is what it is. It's just a probability, you know, based, you know, bet, right? An educated bet. So go ahead and run it. Let's run one more trade alert. This is a double trade alert for the scalp
Attention.
and the 4 hour. Let's go.
Trade inbound. Attention. Trade alert. High probability setup found.
A little late on that one. All right, so this is a double trade right here. Potential scalp right now. Bull flag on that 5 minute. May bounce. No guarantee. May bounce from that 200 MA. I'll give you the numbers one more time. 63,669 for the entry. We got the stop loss at 62,858. And take profit at 66,447. Use good risk management. Not financial advice here. Be ready to lose, okay? Be a good loser in order to be a consistent winner.
So both of y'all going long.
I'm going long right now. I mean, key level. We see a double bottom. We got a handle, a bull flag. We got the W pattern. I mean, liquidity has been swept for the most part, locally at least, right? Yeah. Not saying for the big picture, but locally, I'm gonna take that, that risk. So that's the first trade alert. I'm also gonna make a slightly different, bigger stop loss on the 4 hour here, guys. I think I'm just gonna get in on this 4 hour time frame. So let me go ahead and erase the idea there and expand the trade. Expand the trade. Same entry, but we'll put our stop loss down here. Let's see. Did we put it at 61,970? Once you engulf that green candle with a red candle, you'll be out of the trade. Sure, sounds good. Bring up the take profit. Give me a good risk reward ratio. I'm setting up the trade live right now. Here we go. That goes up to all the way to 73,800 potentially. Zen Master, you are delusional. We're not going that high, right? We're not going that high. Some may say.
Wait, what's your TP?
TP is at 70. 73,009, 74,000. Why in the world would I think we go that high? Because there's volume gaps, I'm sure, all over there, and it will resemble like this trade. Let me see if I can find something like this trade right here.
I'm at 71.7. I'm not too far off.
Yeah. So imagine you long this right here, this previous green dot right there. Imagine you long that, you take it back up to where you dump from, and then you just dump again. That's what I'm saying, folks. I'm not saying that the bear market is over. I'm not saying that we don't go to 40K. I'm just saying there's a possibility we bounce here just up to the point where we dumped from yesterday and then maybe roll over again. Okay, so that is the chance I'm taking here. I'm ready to lose with, not risking too much. But, the 4 hour tells me I should give it a shot. Now, careful, the stochastics may get higher in your here, but I'm going to take a shot at a key level to take that long. Let's do it.
Okay. Yeah, I still have my limit order open. I actually moved it up a little bit, but someone was saying there's a big head and shoulders on the Zcash chart. I think it was I lost it. I forget who it was. Damn it. You want to take a look at a Zcash chart, JP?
I sure will. Let me just put in my trade real quick.
I have the Zcash chart here. I mean, this is the one I was drawing earlier.
Go higher on the.
Yeah, I'm not seeing a.
Go to the day. There it is.
Okay.
Damn! Look at that! Look at that daily candle.
That's a head and shoulder, man, for sure.
I mean, that's about as clear as you can get. It's bouncing off the neckline.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of horizontal lines. I think it tells you a lot. It's a line in the sand for support and resistance. And we went right down and tapped that. Could slide it up here, but yeah, I'd have to definitely keep an eye on a short. I like the 15 minute. This is what I was kind of looking at here. I think you could see a bounce back up, especially if you guys, if your direction's correct on the move for Bitcoin. This should fill out if Bitcoin rallies above 64,000. Should get back up to a $600 Zcash here. Oh, I'm on. were you talking about Zcash or ICP?
Zcash.
Okay, yeah, just double checking. So yeah, should see this get back up to 600, you would think. But I mean, currently, yeah, I mean, we're starting to see Bitcoin fall here. It's about to hit 62,000, or it's about to hit 63 range. So
About to bring me in.
we're about to see if it's going to bounce or if it's going to continue down and revisit where we were early in the AM/last night.
Yeah, I'm not in the trade yet, but I'm just about to get tapped in here. I'm about to just look at the Fibonacci retracement again because Bitcoin is getting a small move down. Is it just giving us a better entry, or is it just going to invalidate everything? Okay, anything we project here may not 100% happen. We know that. We take, that's why we take risk management so seriously. So we just went past the 786 on just a 5-minute time frame. The retracement, we're somewhere in that 80% zone. Now, once you get past that 100%, then it's concerning. You should get some type of wick up right here. Maybe it's just the awesome entry. So I'm gonna go ahead and get in the trade. If you want more confirmation, if you're just that, you're not very, very risky at all. Always give, advice for risky traders or, less risky traders. Risky traders, just get in now. If you want more confirmation, wait for the bounce. Wait for the bounce. Let price get back above that 200 MA on the 5-minute time frame. Get the confirmation of that actually being a bull flag breaking out. This could just be, double top, come down, bearish consolidation, keep going down. But I'm gonna go ahead and get in the trade right now. I like the 4-hour.
I'm in the trade too. I got that.
Yeah. I'm getting in right now on the 4-hour. And also you could put a deeper stop loss. I'm considering just a slightly. Hold on. Get back to that 4-hour. No, actually, no, I'll take that back. Not a deeper stop loss. I'm putting it right there, right around this white line. I just want to be below this red and green candle. We should not engulf that entire green candle. That's bearish if that happens, especially if it closes.
Yeah.
If it closes below that green candle, it's over. You know what I mean?
I got my stop at 61,956. So.
Yeah, so I'm getting in right now to that trade. I might make it a slight big boy, not too big. Let's see. I can always add to it. Don't go too crazy now.
Can you, when you put the trading, can you show people how to add to it? Not adding, because some platforms let you add to bring your liquidation price down.
Yeah.
We want to add to our margin to grow the size of it.
Okay. Well, I usually just, at that point, I usually just mark it in. I just mark it more in is what I usually do, honestly. I just make the trade bigger. Like, as long as I'm on BTC, I go to market. How much do you want? 50,000, 50,000, buy it. Yeah, that's how I add to my trade, literally. You add to your margin, you go to margin. I don't do that. You just add. How do you do it?
The same way you do it.
Okay.
I just know a lot of people.
Okay.
I just know a lot of people get confused.
Yeah, I just market it. You just treat it like a new trader mode. You just mark it in. You could limit in, save on the fees, but I usually just I market more quantity. I do it by dollar amount. So I look at the size of my trade. Right now it's like a 0.7 BTC trade, $49,000 trade. So do I want to grow it by 50%? Do I want to add 25,000? I just go up here and type in 25,000. I do everything by position size. So if I want to grow it by 50%, 25,000. And just mark it open long. It makes a bigger size. What it will do is bring, if you are above, your entry, it's gonna bring your entry higher. So, you
need to get more to be in the profit.
Yeah, exactly. So just good risk management, guys. Don't go too hard. I mean, it's a 4-hour trade. This thing could play out. It could not. We got to realize how bearish the environment is here. The sentiment is in the gutter. We got to be careful, but we are at that key level. So it does take some amount of courage and I guess, clarity right now. This is where my Zen philosophy comes in. It takes a lot of clarity, courage, and just trust in the TA right now to even attempt a long.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm not following the herd. I'm following the trend, which the trend could, should, it may bounce here. I'm not sure. We'll see. The trend looks like it may be turning. This is where the trend usually changes, but it could go lower, guys. So just, be ready to lose this trade is all I'm saying.
if it does just keep going down, the big area of this trend line down here, if you drop underneath this, it is, as you said, thunderclapping down, bro. So
Thunderclap.
so if we hopefully, because I'm not in a trade, so I'm kind of on the sidelines watching you guys. So I want a nice bounce right here. That 63,000. I'd love to see a nice bounce here to the upside. I'm rooting for you guys, man. But I'm also just kind of in. Keep an eye. This level here gets lost.
And honestly, like the probably the safer move is to wait and see.
It really is. It really is. We don't have to go all in right now. You know, we could wait. You could even get in with a little bit. Just little position size, maybe as you get more certain, right?
Like Kevin O'Leary says, I want to wet my beat.
I love him.
Also, Alex in the chat said 62.8 for a bounce. 62.8 for a bounce. I've had 62.5 on my level for a pretty long time. That was a green line that I showed here as Bitcoin is approaching 63 even. Mm-hmm. Do we get a bounce here? I think we do, but who knows? Look, we haven't heard from the voice of God yet. Any updates on any macro news? Has Trump posted? What's the casino look like? What do you look like? I'm kidding. Don't reveal yourself.
Don't do it.
We'll have a reveal party one day, maybe.
The casino's rolling over currently.
All right, let's see it. Yeah, that looks a bit rough there. Looks a bit rough. There's a couple buys and some sells. Got some activity. 40 trades per minute. Demand is at what? God gang, I can barely see it. I need glasses.
Negative 139.
Negative 139. Yeah. Look at that. We got one time frame and a small time frame bullish. The 3 minute.
3 minute. Let's
go.
Woo!
Long the 3 minute.
The craziest thing is it put in 2 buys and I saw the demand rise above 300, but it didn't make very much for price action.
I mean, Bitcoin on the 3 minute chart, if you want to see why we're flashing there, we have it looks like a bottom here, and we're here again. You would expect a bounce here.
That's similar to what I was looking to in a 5 minute right there in that fib level.
That's the level Alex
we need that to bounce. We need that to bounce right now, guys, to be bullish. We need it to bounce.
I'm definitely going to start honing in on some trades after this move here. So we're basically waiting to see.
All right, Alex, we need you to short it, man. God King, please short it, man.
Somebody
all right, full port short.
Short it.
Somebody pulled up to the 3-point line and shot the ball, and we were waiting to see if it sinks or not, bro. Dude, did y'all see the game yesterday, man?
Oh my God, what a game!
Bro, I went and watched that with
a game.
I went and watched that with Charles.
Oh, thanks for the invite. And I'm kidding, you didn't invite me.
I went and watched it with Charles, and
well, that wasn't yesterday.
You know the new guy, Michael.
Wait, who?
The new guy, Michael,
on the team or someone we both know?
Yeah, at the restaurant.
Yes.
He's a big Knicks fan. He came out with
the Italian guy. Oh, you're talking about the Knicks game. I thought you were talking about the Golden Knights game.
Yeah, the Knicks game.
Oh, that was a good game too.
Yeah, so my boy he got hammered, bro.
Michael?
Yeah, he's a drinker, bro.
Okay. Did I don't even want to know what happened.
Jesus Christ.
Did he open his mouth to Charles? That's what I want to know. That's
he never closed his mouth.
Fair enough.
But anyways, Golden Knights are playing tonight. So
man, that first game was so good.
Sin City Crypto, home in Las Vegas, and also home of the Golden Knights.
How wild was that? Less than 10 years, and you're about to win your second Golden Cup. All right.
Nice.
You know what I realized talking to other fans, and we'll keep it short on the sports, but everybody hates the Golden Knights outside of Vegas. Legitimately, everybody hates the Golden Knights. Not not a big fan
because they've been successful in a short period of time. They're fans of franchises that have been around for decades, haven't won shit. Here comes a Vegas team and an expansion team that won a Stanley Cup in its first 3 years, 5 years. We were there about Rob and I were there when they hoisted the trophy. What a sick game that was. They won 7-2, right?
We're gonna make it we're gonna do a second inaugural.
Fucking broke. That
we'll put in a damn trade, bro.
You're up
Cash out a trade.
Okay,
let's do a Vegas Golden Knight trade. Listen. If we win, put some of the company money. If we win, a trade, just set it at $1,800. It's like $900 tickets.
What about JP? What about Alex? What about Laura? They want to go.
Okay, then
that's 5 tickets.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Well, then leverage it up.
Donations from the team.
Leverage it up.
Shocking.
can we do a Golden Knights trade where we literally have a contest because their next home game is Saturday. So and then the following one is Tuesday. But anyways, we can put in a trade. I don't know how much you want to put up. $500, something like that. $400, $300. Let's put a range that buys everybody tickets. And if we hit it,
Yeah, 9.
we go to the Stanley Cup Finals. Let's go.
Unless you're doing 500x leverage on some weird ass perp decks with $500 margin, it's not really gonna happen.
All we got to do is we just got to do a 4-to-1 trade, bro. We got to get a 4-to-1 trade on $500, $2,000.
Just long siren.
Yeah, but the tickets
100x.
Tickets are $900 a piece.
No, yeah, you get
times
800, 700. You get some
9 times 5 is $4,500. So you would need a 9-to-1 trade.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All
We got
right,
a super chat. We got super chat.
yeah.
I don't wanna ignore the super chat. Let's bring up the super chat from Alex Me 775, giving $2, saying was hoping to get overstimulated. Does anybody know that reference?
No.
From last night's stream.
Oh.
Somebody said in the chat, I'm overstimulated because there's so much going on. I'm screaming,
yeah.
I'm yelling. The casino's going crazy. There's fire. There's blood.
Here's the thing: if people want a nice, quiet stream, there is probably 30 traders right now that are sitting in front of a webcam. They're like, yeah, so I see this here, and I'm gonna just like. If that's what you want, there's plenty of that out there in the market. But with something you can't find,
Okay.
is JP Energy.
Well, I'll say
That
this,
Zen
Alex.
Energy.
I'll say this, Alex.
Is that an energy drink? Zen Energy.
Energy.
I like that. I like
the
that.
next, though.
I'll say this, Alex. This
Okay.
show is a little bit more, a little bit more informative and, I guess
What are you trying to say? We're holding you back.
organized.
We're holding you back.
No, not at all. But
what
let's
I'm saying,
let's
bro.
do this. Can I overstimulate him for about 20 seconds here?
Yeah.
Let me just
Stimulate
overstimulate you
away.
for like
Use
20
both-
seconds.
Use both fingers.
All right, Laura, make it fiery in here. Come on, blood, baby. Bitcoin bloodbath is melting down. Look at the liquidity. Give me some casino sounds. I got it right here. Casino sound. Oh my God, it's going down, baby. Look at all the blood. It's coming for it. The nuke is incoming. BTC will go to 40K. Everybody is losing everything, okay? All right, that's it. That's all I got. Go ahead, man.
Hey, grab me a water, bro.
Oh my God, help me. Yeah, but that's a little preview of my stream. I do sometimes. I am zen internally, but sometimes we gotta have fun, man, and just embrace it. Embrace the trend, embrace the destruction, okay?
For your guys' trade, we did see on the 1 minute a nice little bounce here. We
Okay.
came down, we tapped it exactly there. And then, we're starting to see a reversal here. So we'll see if we can continue this out. So keep a close eye there.
Interesting. Laura, can you make it zen in here, please? This kind of hurts. It's a little bit hot back here. Thank you.
We got the AC on.
We do.
We're in a long sleeve freaking jersey, bro.
Beautiful. All right. All right. Now, what are you saying, Rob? Didn't mean to cut you off.
Shorts and the Yeezys on today, bro.
Hey, we can't see it.
That way I can roll right into bed and take a nap after.
Awesome.
Okay, let's take some requests from the chat. Did you read the XRP is trash by Jesse? The super chat. Did you read that one?
I did, yeah. He's
Okay,
the one who wanted. He wanted to be. He was looking forward to being overstimulated.
No, that was Alex.
Yeah, Alex. Yeah, Jesse. Oh, no, Jesse, I did not read. Sorry, Jesse. Jesse
just
says
says
XRP is trash. Yeah.
Shout out to my boy Crypto Billy, man. Billy, I miss you. I love you. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Billy's Billy's been with us since we were sub 500 subscribers. So shout out to you. Also shout out to the new people. If you're new here, put a 1 in the chat if you're new. We want to recognize you. Also make sure you subscribe to the channel. Bitcoin approaching $63,000.
Here we go again.
Here we go.
Coming for the
I
dump.
expect a bounce here on Bitcoin. Double green dot still active on the 12-hour. Might be a little last shakeout, but there are some warning signals flashing here on the 1 hour. Red X followed by Baby Blood Diamond. 30-minute volume increasing on the move down. 15-minute volume increasing on the move down. Stokes are on the ground level 0. Momentum's rolling over on the market cipher B, the momentum indicators. Here is your 5-minute time frame. Blue line on the Stokes is curving up a little bit,
And
but
we're bouncing.
oh, here we go. Here's some hopium for you guys. Look at this. This is look at all this bull div we're seeing here, guys. Albeit it's on the 2-minute. Look at all this bull div, bull div, bull div, bull div. 3 in a row. 3 bull div signals in a row. I honestly think we get a big bounce here. I really do. Is it my bias because I'm in a long? Maybe. But I don't know. I just feel like we get a bounce. It's a key level. It's a high volume node. 62.5. It is the, well, it's not the largest high volume node on the chart on the 5-minute, but you can see here, it is a very, very key level. So if we do come down there, maybe I add more to my position down there. My stop is well below. It's about $1,000 below that level. And it would hit the level that Alex threw in the chat. He says 62.8 is where we get a bounce. Is Alex going to hit it right on the head? I think JP and I might have gotten in a little earlier than, I don't want to say we should have, but then majority of people would if they're trading a little more on the safer side, which there's absolutely nothing wrong with. I don't mean that in a negative way.
Yep.
But remember, this was my original entry, right? When I did my first trade alert, it was 63,000 even. Now, I got in a little earlier. Fine. I was willing to take that risk. I moved my stop loss up a little bit. Instead of going below this wick, I brought it below this consolidation area, or this area here where Bitcoin had its pump here on the 15-minute. If we break that level and we lose, I get stopped out. I'll just go back to the chart and see what trade setups are available. Hyperliquid, you guys know I was eyeing a Hyperliquid short on the 1 hour. Could we get a drop here on Hyperliquid? We got that move up. Guys, remember, I talked about it as I came in on the show. I originally had a limit short order set to front run the rejection. I canceled it. Now, in hindsight, I should have kept it, but I'm fine with my decision. The first trade I took this morning, I took an L because I wasn't patient. Second trade, I wanted to be patient. Left some money on the table. Fine. I want to wait to see if this thing breaks below, and I want to get in on a bearish retest here on Hyperliquid on a short. This looks pretty. What do you guys think? Are you guys? Anchor wave short on the 30-minute.
That looks like short all
day.
That's short all day.
That looks like short right now. What do you guys think?
It's a bear flag. It's a bear pennant. All
you could wait for it to break out, but break down a little bit.
Put it like this. Right now is bearish consolidation until it isn't. It needs to break out. It needs to break out. Right now is bearish consolidation. You can short it, but you got to be very careful because once you get key level, you get those big wicks up, stop you out because people trying to go hard at the bottom.
The opposite.
Zcash is looking like it's getting to double bottom territory, which my hopes would be to take a long here. If it comes down, taps 518. I was looking for a long here, and so it looks like it's going to come down to that range or at least close to it. I may take a trade here. I'm gonna while you guys kind of look over the charts, I'm gonna look at some different time frames, but
I really like this short.
Zcash long looks like the play for me here, brother.
Somebody talk me out of just market ordering short right now in Hyperliquid.
Just wait for it to break trend.
You could do you like the bearish retest, right?
Also,
I want to look at HBAR in a second.
Fine. What's that measured move?
I want to look. What is the measured move?
57.34. Go ahead, JP. You can look
I'm gonna look at HBAR real quick, just because I can bump it in the chat. Put a little Buddha emoji. By the way, we have brand new Zen emojis. If you're a member, thank you so much, Rob.
Yeah, man. Is there any other requests that we need? So we have given you a Zen emoji. We've given you a Buddha.
Let's get rid of club.
Yeah. There's plenty I can get rid of. There's a lot of outdated ones, but I just want to know what to put in there. So we got Buddha. We got the Fa.
They love that one, man. We need that for the show. Do you have that, Laura, right now? No. I got a little button here. We need to set that up. Fa! They go insane for it. They love it.
Yeah, so we got the Fa, we got the Buddha, and we got the Zen emoji. Do you like the Zen emoji? I made that one.
I can't see it. I think that's the one you can't see. It's so small. I mean, maybe I'm just blind.
It's like a little circle.
I like it. If it actually says Zen, I like it.
And it has Japanese Zen underneath it.
You're blind.
So it has Zen in both English and Japanese all in one.
No. All right. Okay. I'm looking at HBAR. Looks pretty bearish, man. I got to say, on that daily time frame, rejection 200 coming down, breaking lows. Any relief in sight for HBAR here?
Haba.
I I don't see it. I don't see it. You do have some bull div on a 1 hour and a double bottom. Does it get a bounce? Maybe it's waiting on Bitcoin. Looks a lot like Bitcoin's current pattern. Bull div, kind of double bottom. Got that W pattern with the handle. Does it break up? We don't know. 15-minute time frame, a rejection from the 200. Pretty bearish across the board for Hedera right now. I don't see any sign of relief. That's a nice cup and handle, though, potentially right here. And the inverse. Shoulder, head. Oh, my God. Shoulder.
I got a trade alert. I'm going.
Go ahead, take it.
I'm going in.
You're shorting it?
Take it.
We're going to short hype right now. A little higher risk. If you want to wait for the bearish retest, go ahead and do so. But I am market ordering in.
Nice.
Let's do.
You gotta let the trade alert play out, man. You're talking over the trade alert, man.
Yeah.
I know it's long, but
I know. The most important thing is going to be stop loss. Let's get into the trade. Stop loss is going to be at 69.15. 69.15 and our TP, that's wrong, 69.15. And take profit is at 57.7. 57.7. We're going to risk 400 to make 1,500. Okay? There you go. We're in the short, hyperliquid. There is your, let's go ahead and put that here as well. I have my memory right now shot 69.15, 69.15, and our TP is 57.7. I think it was that, something like that. Let's go 350 to make 1,300. Let's sell hype there as well. All right, so we're in a hyperliquid short. If you want to play it on the safer side, wait for this 30-minute candle to close. But this thing is flashing red. Blood diamond, you saw just flash. We're at the bottom.
Short signal on Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Can we, when he's done, we'll see the casino, please. Interesting. Here we go. That is an official short signal, and it's usually pretty accurate on the casino, I gotta say.
I've been just looking at like a lot of like now that we lost that 63, and I know we're talking about bouncing as 62.8, which does make sense. That's right here at this range which we're at right now, but I don't know. It seems like we're gonna fill out this pattern here.
Already up 35% on hyperliquid.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways,
looks pretty bearish. I want to look at some other assets. I want to look at like oil real quick,
okay.
Gold,
Good.
NASDAQ. What else is happening in finance, and what is the sentiment overall?
Dude, the macro is looking good for crypto.
All right.
mean, oil is down. Also, you got the Russell. The Russell is up. NASDAQ's up a little bit. Also, gold is up. So,
nice.
A lot of the factor, the macro factors and economics and commodities that you're looking at are all very favorable for a reversal here. So, yeah, I was looking at that this morning. I was like, oof, maybe this is JP's fuel here.
Yeah, and I also want to look at that fear and greed index. I had it up here. Give me 1 second before you show my screen. Fear, greed index, the one from Alternative Me, the crypto one.
I just heard a fa.
Bah! Did you really?
Yeah.
Turn it up. Okay. Whoa. Okay. I love it. Fear and greed index at 12. 12 still pretty low, guys. When we're this low, extreme fear, we should be looking for opportunity in the market. Good time to be buying spot, looking for opportunity. But be careful with leverage right now, guys. Be careful with leverage. All right. So still in extreme fear. Looks like it's slightly improved from yesterday. Yesterday was 11, now at 12. We'll see. That's a big drop from 50, though, right? Last month we were at 50. We were just about almost heading into that greed territory. And let's go to oil. Oil. It has been moving inverse to Bitcoin. Oil goes down, Bitcoin goes up, etc., but not always the case. So let's see what's happening right now for oil on the 1 minute time frame. It is bearish. It is dumping right now. Oil coming down. And look at that big dump. That must have been last night or something. And it's Thursday already. Insane. Yeah. Thursday, right? Overnight dump for oil, guys. Overnight dump. That's bearish consolidation right there. It's essentially a bear flag with high volatility that is somewhat broken down. But look, trying to double bottom, trying to create another bottom here on oil. Does it get a bounce? Either way, it is bearish right now for oil. So potential good news for, economy, for the world, for stability, and maybe for Bitcoin. Let's look at gold. What is gold doing? XAU USDT. 1 minute time frame. Once again, kind of right now time frame. Chopping along, but I see a big rise up and then a big fall there for gold. When was that fall? That was this morning. It actually came down this morning. Interesting. Gold pumped last night around 3:26 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So it pumped overnight and then dumped this morning. Interesting. At around 7 a.m. this morning, it dumped. Try to put in a bottom. That looks kind of like a bear flag to me. Does gold come down more? Potential bear flag right there on gold. It is above the 200 MA, or it was kind of losing it there. Is that a cup and handle? I don't know, but the overall pattern that looks a bit bearish to me right now, a little bit weak on gold currently. Now, how about that NASDAQ? NQ is just ripping. Rippage. Do we get more all-time highs for the NASDAQ? It seems to not help Bitcoin at all, even if it does. But let's go to the 1 hour time frame. That was a bull flag breaking out on the 1 hour. The measured move brings you up to a potential all-time high again. Yeah, let me zoom out. Yeah, ready to put another all-time high in on the NASDAQ as Bitcoin is, ready to go to $47,000. Man, have we lost the narrative here? Have we lost the plot? Michael Saylor selling Bitcoin, maybe that had a bigger effect than we thought. Have we lost the plot here? What do you think about that?
There's only 30 Bitcoin out of
I don't
700,000.
think it's the amount, though. I think it's people believing that he's never going to sell, and all of a sudden he's like, yeah, I can sell. He's like, well, they're like, oh, shit, well, he's got like 800,000 Bitcoin. What does it mean if he has to sell all of it? So I think that's more
But there's no buy pressure when he buys.
Exactly.
And so why is there sell pressure when he sells? And so
people focus on the negative. That's why, right?
Exactly.
People quicker to give negative reviews at a restaurant,
But I
right,
think-
than a positive, right? Something bad happened, we get dramatic, right? We want to complain when something bad happens.
But I don't think that's
my
affecting
thing.
the order. But I don't think that people are shorting Bitcoin because Saylor sold 30 out of 700,000.
No, but they might be selling Bitcoin. Right?
So he sells and buys OTC through Coinbase. And
Yeah.
so, all right, I'm pulling the trigger on my Zcash trade.
Hey.
So I'm putting in a long position here, Zcash, and I don't even care if Bitcoin dumps because Zcash don't give a damn on the direction of Bitcoin. It is. When you zoom out here, I was waiting for this pattern to do exactly this, and so now I'm just kind of trying to front run this cup and handle. Is it high risk? Absolutely. 4-to-1 trade. Getting in now at $523. The stop loss is below this previous wick here in this same pattern, which. It did drop down to 510, so I put stop loss down to 508, and then I have take profit just prior to where we entered into this pattern, so just shy. So we don't even need to come back and regain it all. I'll be happy with a 4-to-1. Just bring it back up to 580. We were over $600 just this morning, so I think a big bounce is inbound. This is my trade alert. Thank you.
All right. What is that R&R? 4-to-1?
4-to-1. Yeah.
That's the Golden Knights trade.
Let's get it.
Man, I got so much. I really would like to go, but I just got a lot of shit I got to pay for, man.
What do you mean? What do you mean? What are you talking about?
Got to pay for my implants. Got to pay for...
You
Okay,
getting that
gotcha.
Brazilian booty?
Yeah.
Getting them implants.
BBW. I mean,
be twerking it up here on the desk, bro.
Got a bachelor party I got to pay for.
Bachelor
Anyways.
party. Who's bachelor party?
I don't know. Some random guy I met on the street.
Hey, your boy got locked down again.
Did you tell people on the stream?
No, I didn't.
You telling them now?
Get married, guys.
There you go.
No
Rob's
Hey,
engaged.
let's go.
Congratulations, Rob.
Hey.
Congrats, man. Let's
As
go.
long as I can make it to the finish line, you know, I just put in an open position. Hopefully, it closes in marriage, and it doesn't. I don't get
You don't get
liquidated
liquidated?
prior to the date. You know what I'm saying?
May the odds ever be.
Thank you. It's a high probability trade though.
High probability.
High probability.
I like it.
yeah, I like it. Just got to make it till next summer, wedding day.
You got a deep stop loss?
No,
Trade
No,
alert.
dog, no stop loss.
Stop
there's no
loss.
prenup in this thing.
Stop
He's
loss
either
of the
gonna
marriage.
get 100% liquidated, or he's gonna become rich. Oh man. Okay. Did we get any requests from the chat here, guys?
Hype. They want a deep dive on hype.
All right.
But the Zen Master got to go to the bathroom.
Go ahead, Zen Master. Go take a,
I'll be back. You look at it, okay?
actually got-
I'm getting
No,
up.
number one or number two? Which one is it?
Let out the Zen juice.
let out the Zeus. The Zeus. The Zeus is actually the name of my dog. All right, guys. Hyperliquid. Whoever asked for it. So let me tell you. So I am currently in a trade. Here's that trade up 25%. This is a 166 Hyperliquid position. Around a $12,000 position here. Above average on my typical position size. I don't have the position size that JP does or that he rolls in with. Mine are a little smaller, but this is one of my larger trades. And so why did I get into the short? Well, let me explain to you. It was on the 1 hour. Okay. Here's a 1 hour, and you can look at it through the 1 hour, the 30 minute. I guess the 30 minute looks a little clearer. This was, Arthur Hayes comes out and says a few days ago or a week ago, 2 weeks ago, Hyperliquid was going to $150. Okay. Then yesterday, I sold all my Hyperliquid and all my near. Classic manipulation. Not saying this has any effect on the price. Maybe it does. But we've had some bullish patterns play out on Hyperliquid. This is your W pattern into a bull flag that broke out, and then we completely rolled over, put in a lower high into a about as clear of a bear flag / bear pennant you can get. Okay. Look at those wicks to the upside. Bulls try to push it up. Nope. Bears step in, push the price down. We had a strong bid here on increasing volume. What did we do? We immediately gave it away, followed by an even larger red candle with a blood diamond stamped right above it. Okay. So I front ran the breakdown a little bit. Now, if you want to be a safer trader, you wait for the break to happen, a retest, fail, and drop. But a few things were in confluence for me to give me more, if you want to say a little more, I felt better about the trade because of a few things. Number one, let's look at market cipher B, okay? We have a clear trigger wave short on market cipher B on the 30-minute time frame. Here's your anchor wave, overextended momentum wave to the upside as price goes up, red dot. We come back, we do a little surf wave here, and then you come up a much smaller wave with a red dot. Here is your trigger wave, meaning it triggers your entry.
Just
okay?
want to chime in. Big breakout on Bitcoin. Just moved from 63 to 63.3.
Oh,
giant
Hyperliquid just shot up
green,
too.
giant green candle here on Bitcoin.
We got a bounce.
Big bounce.
We
There
got
it
a
is.
bounce.
That's the bounce you guys were looking
Let's
for.
go. And if I draw the fib from the very, very bottom there, that's actually the 618 perfect right there.
That bounced
Beautiful.
Hyperliquid right with it.
Love it. Let's see if this works out, guys. We'll see. But let's not get too happy too soon and claim victory. Lots of volatility. This is a battle, okay? It's a battle right now between the bulls and the bears, but thank God I am a monk.
There we go. Another 1 minute candle here, approaching 63.5 on Bitcoin and with massive momentum. This is very interesting range here. If it can cross over this, this was support, which we technically broke above it already. There we go. There it goes. Off to the races.
Let's go.
That's a big candle.
Man,
That's a statement, baby.
Alex, what a call on that. I mean, where did it
That's what I'm
bounce?
saying. He literally said
Where did it
62.8.
62.85? We saw the big bounce there. So yet another candle is printing on the 1 minute. So we'll see if this thing continues on.
$100 super chat.
I've got a $100 super chat.
You got to read that one.
Yeah, you go ahead, Robert. You read that one.
All right. right, $100. He said, "Congratulations, Rob," from Muhammad. Thanks a lot, brother. My first wedding gift here, apparently. Well, engagement gift.
Well, it's the company's gift. So.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Told you, man, Muhammad, protect that man at all costs.
Can I get some of my super chats back from the company that I put in over there?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. I'll mail it to you
Also,
in a text format.
Muhammad did say that poor guy Rob is marrying.
He feels bad for you, man.
He had to throw in a backhand compliment there. Yeah. Mohammed, we appreciate you. Thank you for your support, my friend. So just real quick, back to Hyperliquid.
Yeah.
We had VWAP crossing below our zero line on the 30-minute. Money flow continuing to go red. But the bigger thing here for me was this. Stokes overbought, rolling over already when I entered the trade. So for me, it was a high probability front running a short setup. Now, can I get stopped out? Absolutely. Will I get stopped out? I don't think so, but maybe I will. But if you like the setup, but you're just a little on the edge, don't blindly follow. Wait to see how this closes. 5 minutes left. If it closes where it's at, put in a limit long order or a limit short order at 67.152. If you want to front run it, or wait to see what it does, wait 2 more candles. So another hour after, so around 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern time. Come back to the Hyperliquid chart on the 30-minute. What is a candle? If it's gotten a rejection on a failed retest to get back into the pattern, get into a short. Have a stop loss above the highs here at around 69.15 and take that thing down to the measured move at 57.53 for a 5 or 6.
And just to expand on what David's saying, you know, we're giving you a more or less like a guide, right, to what we're doing, and you tweak the parameters to match what you're comfortable with.
100%.
Now, more risk, less risk, or perhaps a better entry. And so if you see that we're going long, hey, you know what? I'm going to wait for a better entry. I'm going to take a smaller profit. I'm going to increase my stop loss. So, you know, I do encourage, and it's not financial advice, but, you know, we're on the winning side of the trades more often than not, and that's because we take high probability trades. So for us, we're increasing our percentages. So you just got to, you know, watch what we're doing, put that in your research, and then get your best position and your best profit and stop losses on your trade.
Bitcoin pulled to the upside.
Hold on, God King.
All right. You know, I'm sorry, but I had to call my boy here, Alex.
Get ready to boost that.
I got
Get
Alex
ready to
on
boost.
the phone here.
All right.
So you called the 68.2 bottom, man, and we're sitting here watching Bitcoin bounce right at 62.8. Give us a 2-minute. What did you see? Why did you think it was going to bounce there?
Pull, swing low to swing high, golden pocket.
That's it. I said 1 minute, bro. That was 5 seconds. Come on, man. Give me some more juice, bro.
All right, so you have a failed or breakdown. So your 15-minute low of the market open is there as well. So you have a failed or breakdown is typically bullish. So you fail the or breakdown. You sweep the liquidity of the low to the left of it that was put in this morning. You sweep that liquidity. You bounce off the golden pocket. And then you reclaim VWAP, which it's doing right now. It's pushing through VWAP aggressively, which is bullish, and you're reclaiming VWAP, and then you let's rotate up to the top of the range.
Look at that, bro. On the nose. Here's your gold pocket. He's talking about the swing low here. We came back. I mean, Alex, man, your stuff is good. We got to bring you on the show again, man.
We're glad to join you guys, man.
Okay.
I love you guys.
Well, we love you too. We appreciate you, and thanks for answering my phone call. We'll see you soon.
Of course, man. Anytime.
All right,
Take care.
I mean, does it get much easier than that, guys? I guess. I mean, there's your swing low, there's your gold pocket retracement, and there's a move to the upside. Those of you that are not subscribed to ALGO Crypto on YouTube, I highly recommend you go do so. The guy's amazing. He's a good dude. He knows what the hell he's doing. He trades live. He trades with size. And the guy, he's the real deal. And so a big shout out to Alex. He's been a friend of our channel for a very long time. And what a great call in the chat, 62.8. We got a far worse entry, but we're still in the profit right now on our trade. Looks like the Hyperliquid trade's evening out a little bit. We saw a little bit of a push up on Hyperliquid, but it's starting to settle in here. A little bit of a, not necessarily a spinning top, but we're getting close to essentially an indecision candle. Okay, high wick to the upside, high wick to the downside. Price closes around where it opened for Hyperliquid. We still expect this thing to break down. 30-minute candle is closing in about 1 minute and 50 seconds.
Nice.
So we'll see. If for any reason this candle gets invalidated, then maybe I'll cut the trade short. I don't see myself doing that, though. I want to stick with this trade. I felt very confident going in. I'm not going to second guess myself unless we see something completely, I don't even know what that looks like or what signal that would be. But I think even with Bitcoin rallying, we can still see Hyperliquid breakdown.
Awesome.
Hyperliquid moved against Bitcoin's original move. And there's a trade on, there's my Bitcoin trade on.
You know what? I forgot to put in the breakout.
Breakout,
trade.
yeah.
This is a
Up
breakout trade.
up $200. Let's go.
Get breakout going.
Yeah.
Log it in. And I know we did a lot of hype today, but we did get a super chat for the deep dive. Maybe I should just look at a higher time frame speed analysis on Hyperliquid. People care about it a lot, apparently. Here's the monthly time frame. What a beautiful chart, man. Not a lot of charts look like that. I got to say, a lot of charts, especially altcoins, have the highs in the beginning of the chart and then kind of comes down and everyone's hoping and we get back to where we were. No, Hyperliquid is doing it, man. It looks beautiful on the monthly, weekly time frame. Just a beautiful breakout. It looks like it may start consolidating. And that makes sense while we're seeing maybe a move down here and while Dave is in the short, right? This Hyperliquid you're shorting?
Yeah.
Look at the daily time frame. What a bearish engulfing candle right there. And losing to 9 in May. Red dot, high Stokes. I completely understand why you're in the short there. So I see this like making like another bull flag or something. This thing comes down. It's coming down right now, but only until maybe like a retracement, some type of fib retracement, because it's still bullish overall. So when that is the case, I pull out the Fibonacci retracement tool. And I just, take it from the low, the most local low on this time frame, take it to the top. And look, we're already kind of close to a 618 actually, so careful. But normally this likes to maybe close there, come up here, come on down, kind of the candles start looking like this. So maybe in a few days, if it's not going to bottom today, maybe in a few days, 3-4 days, we fill out the bull flag. Maybe even come lower. Maybe you hit the 786. It's just looks something like that. And that'll still be bullish. Reset the Stokes. The stochastic RSI, needs to reset from time to time. You do something like that. A very opportune entry for Hyperliquid for a swing long may be around $62. All right, $62 could be a good place to bounce from. We're seeing, a little macro retracement on it right now. Let me erase these ideas, erase the trends. There you go, erase it all. And let's go to a smaller time frame. Go to your 4-hour for Hyperliquid. Here it is, 4-hour time frame, Hyperliquid. You lost the trend there a bit, losing the 50 in May, starting to bearishly consolidate. Bear flag may develop here and dump a bit lower. I told you the levels to look for. 1-hour time frame. That looks like a bear flag right there, about to dump. A bearish retest from the 200 in May, and just very small time frames right now. We'll take a look at Hyperliquid. Green dot on the 5-minute. Careful, could get a bounce.
Not to cut you off, JP, but 30-minute just closed. We're getting that retest now, and
Nice.
we got a red X on a green candle, which is typically a pretty good short sign. So I just want to throw that out there. I'm not trying to convince anyone to do anything, but those of you that were waiting for a bearish retest and you don't want to wait that extra candle another 30 minutes, now would probably be a good entry. So
Yeah, I see that right there. Yeah, and that is definitely a bear flag on a 30-minute time frame. High Stokes, red dot, definitely short signal. Look at market cipher. See the momentum come on up, topped out, and now going back below the zero line. Momentum heading down, red dot, high Stokes, and red candles inbound. This red candle engulfed that entire move right there.
yeah, on increased volume.
Yeah, you're kind of at the bottom of the pattern right now. We haven't really broken down, unless you're looking at it like this, right? Some people look at it as like a upwards, maybe like a more aggressive flag like that. Potentially, TA, is subjective sometimes. No pattern is perfect. So two ways to look at that. Maybe it's like that and you broke down already, or maybe the bear flag is like this and you're kind of at the bottom of the pattern. Now, you do risk this. If you are at the bottom of the pattern, you do risk maybe getting a bounce coming to the top of the pattern, zigzag, and then dump. But, either way, short signal on the 30-minute there, and a very, very right now time frame. Double bottom to a double top. Like what? Double bottom to a double top. Double top bring you down right back to where you came. Red dot, high Stokes. It looks a bit bearish. Pretty bearish there. Do you get rejected here? Do you get rejected at the 50? Either way, bearish in those small time frames, but still bullish overall for Hyperliquid.
Yeah.
And then just to show you what I was seeing on Zcash, the old bat pattern here. And so we've filled in, this left wing here. We got the bat head here. And now just waiting for the right wing to fill out here. And also I saw, just kind of looking out here, a lot of rounding out bottoms riding this trend line on the 5-minute on Near Protocol. Near Protocol is something we saw rally a lot this week. We've seen a pullback recently. If you take a look, Near Protocol down 15% on the 24 hours, down almost 2% today, and it's pretty flat on the week. It's given up a lot of its gains that we've seen in the last 7 days. And so is there a reversal coming? Well, if you're riding this trend line, don't see any... let's say we haven't seen the reversal yet, but we did lose this $2.50 to $2.58, currently at $2.38. I would like to see it come back up and get into this range here. It's been holding this support quite well, so I'd feel confident that we're going to see a bounce here. The big question is how high up will we go? But generally, when you see these rounding out bottoms, usually very bullish, especially when you're making, higher lows here on all of these. And so...
are you in that trade, by the way? The Zcash trade? You got it?
Yeah. Just waiting. Currently down a little bit, but just waiting for this to play out on the bat wings.
Awesome.
The wings of Le Bat.
I'm seeing a bullish move on Lab. If anybody cares about Lab, I think the community does care.
Lab was getting. Look at this.
Yeah, destroyed.
1 hour. Oh wow.
Yeah, it
Holy
came up.
shit.
Yeah, complete reversal. And look at that, a retest there. Huge dump down, basically a bit of a double bottom there. Came right back up to where it dumped from, past the 200 MA with strength and purpose, and then a bull flag, and then another breakout. Stokes reset. Look at the money flow. The money, baby. Show me the money.
JP, isn't that a lower high?
Where? Right here?
Yeah.
I mean, currently, if it rejects there, sure. But it's a bull flag. It's in the process of pumping. Okay. It's pumping right now, baby. Is a lower high until it...
Come on, pump it up.
Until it takes the high.
Pump it up.
It could be... You could look at it like a bear flag, right? What if it gets rejected right there? It gets rejected at the 21 and go back down. That can happen. Anything can happen. But based on what I'm seeing here, based on the bounce, the strong, let's call it conquer of the 200 right there. Conquerage. The strong conquerage of the 200 in May tells me that it wants to be bullish. That money flow is stronger than the red, money flow was, right? Look at when it was dumping hard. Like the money flow was barely red. Now we got the strong green.
What do we
flow.
know about this token? Do we know anything?
I know nothing at all. Nothing. Do we know anything? God King, you're the meme guy. Come on.
It's a swapping exchange where you can go on there and you can swap coins with the Lab ecosystem.
Okay. You're also you seemed perplexed and dumbfounded that Sam Altman had a gold coin.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it, man.
I saw yesterday. You were like, is it really? I'm like, yeah. Bro.
Why would he do that? Why would he do that?
Okay,
Why?
let me explain. He didn't personally launch a meme coin.
Thanks.
So what he did was he created a company, a blockchain company. And so WorldCoin, I don't know what the parent company is, but it's... which interesting, it came off to a very, very interesting start. They scrapped this idea, but just to give you a little insight. So he started a company, they had their own layer one. It wasn't a meme coin, launched another one. And they had an orb. Remember the magic 8-ball that people had?
Yeah, I remember
it looked like one of those, slightly larger. It was a ball, and it would scan your retina. And then it would give you, that was supposed to be like your keys, right? Was to be like, hey, human verification. But the thing is everyone's concerned that that they were stealing your data and they're like doing the biometrics from your eye. And then ultimately they're going to these third world nations, and they were like in India. I know India's not third world at this point, but they were going all throughout Africa and in India and other countries, and they were going to impoverished regions of the country, and they're giving out free WorldCoin tokens if you participated in the eyeball scan.
You know what that reminds me of? Remember that Dave Chappelle skit? Spread your cheeks and lift your sack. Mr. Chappelle, right this way. Sorry, I know.
So, yeah, so there's that. So, it's not him launching a meme coin. He started a layer one, a company that he founded a company that launched a layer one, which is WorldCoin. And so not exactly a meme coin. So I know you were likening it to the Trump coin.
Yeah.
But it's not that, at least from a perspective of he's not trying to just grab liquidity from another chain. He's supposedly building something. I'm not a fan of it. I'm not endorsing it, but I'm just giving you a little context. But the orb thing was weird, dude. I'll see.
Yeah, it was definitely weird.
I'll see if I can
I'm
find.
so skeptical, man. Have you ever heard of anybody outside of the crypto space getting into the crypto space, even if it's for utility purposes, and seeing a success or no controversy? Like, for example, I think was it like the city? Oh yeah, remember Mayor was it Adams from New York City?
Yeah,
to start some type of coin to help people.
Yeah,
in
New York City coin.
Like, yeah, it's a good idea, but how did that work out? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Look at this.
Miami tried to do it.
Look at this thing, bro. This is the orb in action, right? Scan your eyeball.
Interesting.
A coin for every human, right? Biometrics your eyeball as your keys, right?
Interesting. I don't trust it.
Yeah, I don't either.
I mean, I guess the principle, it makes sense, right? You use your eyes to unlock your phone. I mean, so it's already technology that we use. So if you're like, I will never let anybody scan my eye. Well, every time you look down at your phone to unlock it, you did that.
I don't use that either,
but now, do you want the power of those biometrics in the hands of Sam Altman and that company? Because you know what? That same biometrics is stored somewhere in the Apple ecosystem, maybe natively on your phone. We've gone to a place where we trust the Apple company with our data. I would say most of us. We don't think twice about it, but I don't know.
Everybody's saying BTC in the chat. BTC. What's happening? What's happening? It's just hanging out right now. It's kind of consolidated. We got the pump. It looks like the pump is getting a retracement now. Not too much happening sideways for the most part right now.
Almost invalidated that. I don't want to say almost, but more or less invalidated that little bull flag. It was printing on the 1 minute, and so we were hopeful to see it do one of these numbers as a typical bull flag, but it lost this trend line here on the bottom side, so likely to go back down to 63,000 here. We're right almost there. So
I'll say this. I'm looking at it on a 5 minute. I'll bring up the liquidity chart. I mean, it's still bearish consolidation until it isn't. We still need a bigger move. We got to get above 64,000 to really prove that we want to actually reverse here. And it could be an inverse head and shoulder. Can you see it? The shoulder right there, head, and a right shoulder. We could be making that right shoulder right now, and then you break above that pattern. Got to break above that pattern and start looking more bullish here. Still bearish consolidation. The reason why we are speculating long here is because, we're at a key level, guys. We're at a key level. We got a small bounce. We normally don't look for shorts at the bottom of a range like this. Can it go lower? Of course. And also, liquidity is not on our side for the small time frames for the short. This is the 5 minute liquidity chart. You see how juicy the liquidity was, previously below us. It's just not there on the very small time frames. There, of course, is macro liquidity, if we get the real move. But right now, for a scalp or even for just a 4-hour swing, man, I'm just not seeing it. I'm not seeing the liquidity argument. And we just had a big liquidity run. This is what I look for longs. Once we sweep a lot of liquidity, put in a nice wick down, and we start coming back up, we're at a key level. This is everything we look for in a potential long. Yes, it's risky because it hasn't proven itself yet. But, guys, I just can't put in a short here right now. I can't do it. Now, you break below this key level, and we're in free fall, and then we're in bearish consolidation again. Perfect. If we lose this trade, there could be a situation where we lose this trade, but win the next 2 trades on the way down from the shorts because we get in on the next bearish consolidation. So there's always another chance, okay? We don't have to be right or wrong right now and go all in. This is just one trade out of many. one trade out of an entire data set of probable trades. All right.
Cool.
So sideways right now, sideways.
Yeah, that consolidation is what I was kind of alluding to when we came in on the show, was likelihood of seeing some bearish consolidation. Hopefully we break out of it to the upside. Do got the thunderclap zone down here, and so we're not quite there. So yeah, likely to see more consolidation. Love to see a breakout here though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can we talk about this guy?
What you got? Oh, that guy. Didn't he say he's taking a break?
Bro,
or something?
what
What's going on
happened?
with
Did you
this guy,
see?
man?
Please pull that video that he had yesterday. I don't know if there's like a one. I can search for it if you want. So there's like a 1 minute clip of his live stream yesterday.
Oh my God.
Seems very defeated.
Man, I'll bring up Cardano in the meantime.
Yeah, that's the
Man.
one right there. Watch that. Yeah, let's take a minute and watch this. This is very telling for the community. If you want to hear somebody that sounds like he's lost control and is frustrated, this seems like it.
So this year's going to be very hard. The second half of the year for Cardano, we're probably going to see more dApps in DeFi die and a consolidation happen. I'm not exactly sure what my role or place is to resolve this. I keep getting criticized relentlessly online. People every single day post on my Twitter feed the price of ADA and blame me for it collapsing. And I'd really like to know, I'd just like to understand what my agency is here. I don't have any special powers with Cardano. I don't have any governance keys. I don't have any ability to even initiate a hard fork, much less a protocol parameter change. I don't have access to the treasury. I don't even own the trademark for the name Cardano. All of the funding that was given for growing the ecosystem and governing the ecosystem was given to separate entities. And at the all-time high, it was billions of dollars. It was not given to me. So how can I exactly influence and grow and solve this problem for you? I'm being honest here, and I really would love to see an answer here. What power do I have? What control do I have over this?
Yeah,
That
I mean,
does
the
not sound
Cardano ecosystem's in shambles right now.
And that's the most bullish, outspoken Cardano holder there is.
He has to be.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if the man who founded Cardano and has been the face of Cardano, and I know there's lots of entities. He was alluding to those. IOHK, the foundation. You got the governing council. It almost seems like he regrets the structure that he put together. Or at least the initial structure where, the governance, who got tokens and who could vote. And so it seems like it's spiraling out of control. Now, perhaps that's just, maybe we're overreacting to a 1 minute clip from a 1 hour long live stream. That's obviously a cherry picked moment, and there's a lot more context on the front and back side of that video. However, you can't ignore the reality that is the ecosystem is in a bad spot. Tap tools, their number one DApp realistically shuttered. There's lots of other applications out here on Cardano that are also signaling sirens and red flags. And then there's just the obvious chart that, he alluded to. I mean, it just went from 23 cents down to 18 cents. I mean, this move here is ugly. This is the 2-day chart. If you go back to the monthly, I mean, we're in dead territory. I mean, I hate to say it, dude, but I mean, we weren't in this range since 2019, and so ultimately, this is 7-year lows. If you want to compare this to, like, say, Solana as an example, you could say, hey, Solana's also down. Like, sure, they are down, but you look at the let's see. Oh, this is the perps. Let me pull up Solana just on Binance. Okay, so we'll look at the daily candles here. Oof, Solana's in a bad. Okay, Solana's in a bad spot too, but at least Solana's holding better than is in a better spot currently. So it did wick down to $67. But do remember that Solana, if you go back, say on the weekly, you can see that Solana, currently not looking good. But when you zoom out in the same way that we zoomed out Cardano, it's in a better spot, at least that, right? I mean, you're at these are the post FTX explosion lows. Got down to $16 at one point in time. And so even then, in more recent memory in 2023, it's still 3x above that point. Cardano, on the other hand, is testing lows that we haven't seen since 2019. And so it's not looking good, and at least with Solana, they have an exciting ecosystem. They have a lot of dApps that are being used. It has a lot of TVL. There's a lot of a lot of stablecoin transactions. There's the ETF. The list goes on the potential upside, or at least the potential bounce that you'll see from Solana, or at least that what we expect. I can't have the same conversation when it comes to Cardano, and the one shining light that was the Cardano ecosystem potential was the hype coming from Charles Hoskinson, and that seems to be fading now as he is growing ever more frustrated. If you're holding Cardano, it's not looking good.
People are saying it's the same. Solana went through the same thing. Everyone said Solana's dead. It got to $12, but I don't know if we can draw those comparisons.
Let me show you this chart real quick on Cardano. We'll move on from it, but just, Rob was showing it, but you can see how dramatic that is. We're now just about to touch the value area high, just about of, this previous range. We've lost it. We lost the range. If Cardano, not we, because I'm not a part of this, but if Cardano loses 18 cents, it will get accepted into the 2 cents to about 13-cent range.
That's wild.
That's the range.
That's wild.
Yeah, and it'll happen fast.
This is a $3 coin, guys. This is a $3 coin.
Man. And it looks like it's about to get accepted into that range.
It's funny, everyone was so excited and quick to get it into the age of governance, but it kind of hamstrung a lot of things. And I'm not a cryptographer. But it's just, I don't know.
I'll just say this, man. I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, you're
finish. There's one more thing about Cardano. If Bitcoin gets a run and all the altcoins run, I can just about guarantee Cardano will bounce too. It will run. People are still speculating on Luna Classic, man. Right, God King?
Yeah, but
88,000 of it.
But how much is it going to regain? Right?
Is it sustainable? No.
If it drops to say 15 cents or 10 cents, and then it gets a 2x back to 20, you're still way under the 23 cents we were 2 days ago.
Yeah.
And so 2 days ago we're at above 22 cents, and it seems currently that 10 cents is the next stop for it. And if it goes down there and you start seeing a rally, you get all excited that Cardano 2x from 10 to 20 cents.
Yeah.
I mean, ultimately for the holders themselves, they're all in loss. Unless you bought in 2019, you are holding a negative on your portfolio. And just, at least Solana held up its 2023 lows, right? And so you got to go all the way back to, it's rough.
And also, I think we should look at Solana a little more. I mean, people do care about Solana, right? And it's kind of scary on that macro as well. I had the levels here lined up. I was showing everybody yesterday. It could go down to 58, quick move to 46 possibly, even down to $30 Solana. It doesn't have much support either. Almost a similar situation as Cardano here. So, for everyone's sake, and I do say we with this one, I hope we don't see those levels. I am heavily...
Is this your, and you don't have to share if you don't want to, but is this your biggest altcoin holding?
It is. My biggest altcoin holding is Solana. I am a Solana millionaire. No, I'm kidding. But I got a lot. I got a lot of Solana. But look at Solana on a very small time frame. What was I on? Let me see. What is it? The 5 minute. I do see a potential setup, a potential trade alert, a little bit high
Do
risk.
we have one of those?
Maybe. Let me see here.
Potential trade alert.
I got a potential trade alert on Siren, man.
Oh shit. Oh, okay. You wanna do that first, or let me show you this.
I mean, if you want, I was just waiting for this breakout. I was waiting for this exact candle here, and here it is. Had that? Remember that line we came in? I said, hey, I want to see it trade above this line here. I feel like it's got 3 candles above this resistance here. Also is kind of breaking out of this bull flag. If you zoom out on the 4 hour, you can see that it's a small coin, very speculative, and so you'd like to see more of a rounded bottom instead of this sideways action. But when you get a lot of sideways action, you get big breakouts. So I mean, you could call this a cup and handle. That's like one of those like weird coffee mug cups, but we're in a nice bull flag here. Looks like we're breaking out. Could be. Let me know what you think. I'm on the fence, man. I'm on the fence. Let me know what you think. Would you long this, JP?
No,
You would not long it.
I mean, it's not terrible. I mean, technically a bullish consolidation there. What worries me is the high volatility, that big wick up, big wick down. Does it do it again? Is it potentially a diamond pattern?
Yeah, I was thinking about that. I mean, you got the diamond pattern. I don't know if there's a diamond tool or not, but
No, yeah, diamonds usually reverse.
yeah,
the
the direction that it usually goes the opposite direction that it came in at. And so to what JP is saying is that typically you come into the diamond pattern in this direction, you come out of the diamond pattern in this direction.
But the money flows on your side. It was a big move up. I mean, people get shook out. People go too hard on leverage. It could just be that. But it's just a little bit more high risk. It is a technical bullish consolidation still. It could break out, but the diamond and the volatility is what concerns me from going long on it.
Yeah, I can't sit here and say I'm going long, but I'm just giving you what I was kind of looking at and what levels I was excited about, and that has happened. And so, yeah, man, I'm in that I don't know if I should long it territory. That's why I was asking you. You think I should wait?
You could wait on a bullish retest if that's the pattern you believe it is. You got an ascending triangle there, which should be higher lows and equal highs there. So, breakout, bullish retest if you want, if that's your idea, if you wanted more certainty.
Because that's initially how I was looking at this chart to start.
Yeah.
I was more or less ignoring this. I just thought that this was a failed breakout.
Yep,
and so I was just kind of looking at this.
Pattern.
Yeah, this is initially what I was looking at on the larger time frames. I think it was on the 1 hour. It
looks a little more bullish right there. You start zooming out a bit.
Yeah.
Start dulling the volatility with the higher time frames. Not too bad. That looks more like that ascending triangle. I do see it.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right, well, I'll show you the potential trade alert on Solana. Not quite pulling that trigger, but I'll show you the setup I'm looking at. Excuse me. This is the 5 minute time frame on Solana, my friends, and that is an Adam. That is a Eve. That's right, Adam and Eve, a double bottom coming on up with a nice little bull flag or handle, similar to Bitcoin right there. But you gotta bounce here. There's no confirmation on the bounce. So what I would do is, pull that fib once more. Pull that fib. Can we respect?
Pull that fib.
Pull that fib. Can we respect a golden pocket? Let's pull it. Here we go. From the bottom to the top. Look, that's a perfect golden pocket retracement. This is exactly what Alex O was showing you on BTC. So does it get the bounce? It even has a little double bottom on the 618. So buyers do have a limit order there. More people are seeing what I'm seeing. You get a break above the 200 MA, and then you're off to the races. High risk, excellent entry right now. It could also come down to that 786, another known retracement level in crypto. It could come as far as that, maybe a limit order there. But I'm looking at this potential trade, not a trade alert. But keeping my eye on Solana. I know Solana is undervalued, but calm your narrative, okay?
Well, you look at near protocol in the 5 minutes. I want to show you what I'm looking at
Sure
here.
can.
Remember I pulled this up. I said it's been respecting this trend line. It lost it, and it came up and just retested on it. Is this a short call for you? Now, if you get
The double top cat ears, yes.
yeah. So double top cat ears, you could.
Bear flag.
Yeah, it's a lot of short signals. This was the
interesting.
big one here for me, and so I'm just curious to see what you thought on this about this one at its
Starting to
current.
see a pattern overall on some of these coins, man. Remember the coins for anybody? Once again, I keep referring to the stream yesterday. Sorry, we did so much deep dives, but we're starting to call the coins that don't care what Bitcoin does. I don't know what we calling it for sure, but Bitcoin's bastard children, right? The redheaded stepchild.
You like
right?
the redheaded stepchild.
I like the redheaded stepchild. I'm
And
still
you-
trying to confirm what name. What do you like?
I like
what
the
about
bastards.
red candled stepchild? You know,
Red candle stuff.
I like the bastards.
You like the bastard?
The
Bitcoin's
bastards.
bastard.
The bastards of Bitcoin.
The bastards of Bitcoin. that has a nice ring.
I like
but
that.
Near is one of them, right? Lab was one of them. Hype is one of them. We're seeing shorts on the bastards right now. On the bastards of Bitcoin, they all look a bit bearish. So Near is one of them. That's a bear flag, guys. That's a bear flag.
Bastardo.
That's a bear flag with a double top, with a cat ear, red money flow. You are, very
Oh
oversold.
shit, guys, we are getting a
Big
fucking
breakout.
massive bid on
Oh,
Bitcoin. Pull up that Bitcoin chart, baby.
Let's go,
Look at
baby.
that. We
Let's
are
get
getting.
it. Overstimulate them. Where's the money?
We just
Where's
gotta-
the money. Give me the money.
We just got a Cialis fucking.
Hey, more money.
We just got a Cialis candle on Bitcoin here.
Why did it stay in one stack? Why did it throw in one stack? Sorry. Go. It was supposed to rain.
My Hyperliquid trade's underwater now. Will this get invalidated? I don't know. Red candle just turned green. There's here we go. Oh my God, this might be invalidation here on the 30-minute. Let's see, 30-minute. Oh, look at that. Last ditch effort on Hyperliquid to
Careful.
close back in to the pattern here.
Bastard, careful, man.
starting to see a breakout on that Zcash trade, and so this is what I was waiting for here. We've seen a move from 523 to 530. Still got a lot of room to go. We're trying to take profit at 583, currently at 530, but starting to see some nice momentum to the upside. If you got in on this trade, this is what we were looking for, was a bounce here at the support line at 519. We got a nice protected stop loss down at 508.
Damn.
Will this thing keep running? That's where my bet is at.
Interesting. And I was looking at Lab too. There's a potential setup there on Lab, guys. We all seeing those double bottoms. We're seeing those handles. We're seeing the bull flags. That's a potential setup on Lab. What is Solana looking at? I was just looking at Solana. I bet you that setup is taking off. Don't hesitate on those trade alerts. Let me get to Solana. Bring it up, baby. Come on. Quickly. Oh, she's getting the move. Beautiful. Let me see here. Make sure I'm on the right exchange. I had the trade already set up. Yeah, getting the move to the 200 MA on a 5-minute time frame. Solana. That is an Adam and Eve, guys. That is an Adam and Eve double bottom with a bull flag right there. Has bounced from the 618 golden pocket so far. I like Solana. I like the trade. I may go ahead and go long on Solana, especially if Bitcoin is going to break out like it is right now. Is it sustaining? Back to BTC. Let's look at it. Is it a fake out?
Big liquidity grab there on the 5-minute. You see it? And on the 15 so far.
Okay, yeah, I see that wick. I see the wick. That's okay, though. High volatility. We're going to be going both ways. But right now, above the moving averages on the 1-minute and the 5-minute. Both.
I closed my, not to cut you off, Jay.
You good.
I closed my my Bitcoin long on Hyperliquid. Or excuse me, on Breakout for $400 profit.
Hey,
So I have my Bitunix one still open.
good job.
So, yeah. Oh, also, for anyone that followed me in the Hyperliquid trade, I did move my stop loss down. The 30 minutes getting rejected at the 21. If we get back above there, I really don't want to wait it out for it to rotate over. I'll take a little bit of an L. Instead of taking a $400 L, I'll take like a $90 L. And then we'll see if we can catch it again. If it does break, maybe we'll wait for that confirmation next time. But yeah, just to kind of give people an update, those of you that were watching.
Yeah. We're right on the cusp of invalidating that larger bearish consolidation we've been seeing. You know, I'm looking at it on a 30-minute right here. We're right at the top of the pattern. Do we break above it? I do see the inverse head and shoulder fresh, a green dot right here. Your money flow still red, though. Can it curve up? Can we get the money flow start trending up? You got the volume, the VWAP already starting to push up. Can we get above and invalidate that bearish consolidation? There it is. Give you a neckline on that head and shoulder. We haven't even gotten to the neckline, technically, of the head and shoulder. You got to break out of the pattern to get to the neckline. Give me a measured move. Where can this go in the very short term, like right on the show? We can get up to 66,000, 66,300. That may be a good take profit zone for people in scalps right now, because that will bring you pretty close to resistance around 67,000. All right. Wow. Bitcoin getting interesting here. I'll go back to liquidity. Are we building liquidity to the downside or upside right now? It's just empty. It's like nobody left. It's like it's like one of those scenes in a movie when the nuclear bombs went off already and there's just nothing left but decrepit buildings and just like, you know, very sparse vegetation and nothing. It's just dust.
How's the casino look? What's that?
King, bring it up.
saying?
Demand's about to cross the zero line. It looks like we're at negative 16.
That's a nice pull to the upside. You see that? You can almost see the inverse head and shoulder on the demand at the very bottom right of the screen. How's the trades per minute? How's the volume right now?
Trades per minute's at 32.
51.
50, 53.
Okay, it's rising as we speak right now. It's rising. Okay.
And I wanted to show you my liquidity.
Nice. Thank you, God King. Show us.
So I'm showing at 61,125. There's 27.9 million in liquidity there.
And what time frame is this right
24
now?
hours.
24 hour.
I can open it up to the monthly.
I think this is one of those weird charts where it's like 24-hour time range, but not 24-hour candles, obviously, right?
For the bigger time frames, yes, we have wiped out all of the liquidity.
That looks bullish. What is that? What time frame is this?
That's the 1 month liquidity.
What's that hot red up there? Do you see all those hot red?
It's a lot
78,800.
That's your shorts. That's all your short liquidations there.
That looks like my 4-hour trade. Remember the take profit I had? That looks like the exact take profit. That's the swing long, a goal right there, and that makes sense.
But you can see on this graph that those shorts have been there since May 26.
Yeah.
So they can take profit.
Of course, yeah. The liquidity can change in real time. They shift, they close order, there's spoof orders. But interesting. Looking at that chart, I mean, that's something you long, right? You don't short that. Look how extended you are. I mean, you know what I mean?
This is the 48-hour.
Okay. Interesting. A little bit more to the upside, but it's still some to the downside right there. Okay, interesting. Well, I did have, to be fair, I did have liquidity to the downside on some higher time frames on my Trading Different platform as well. I think it's very good to look at different platforms when it comes to liquidity, guys. They're pulling from different sources. It's like, it's like we're scientists and we're sampling from different, different places, right?
Different petri dishes.
Different specimens. Different specimens. Give me the specimens. Okay. So there is liquidity on those meso time frames. I pointed out that 47K could still happen, but for whatever reason, and I got to call it for what it's worth, I never see the 5-minute with that little bit of liquidity. Now, can we zoom out? Can we zoom out? There got to be liquidity on the very small. Zoom out. Maybe zoom in. Here you go. Zoom in. Zoom in. It shouldn't be this hard to find liquidity.
It's zoom in.
Here we go. We took that already. Is zoom in? Let's see. Zoom it in. What I can do is increase sensitivity. There we go. There's a little bit right there. Okay. 62,000. That makes sense. Those swing lows. Then it disappears on me. 62,000. Those swing lows. And if we can get it to stop disappearing. All right. And let's increase the sensitivity. See what happens here. Make it more sensitive. There we go. We got that blue liquidity, that cold liquidity, that Iceman liquidity. Anybody here like Drake?
He's all right.
Nah, not really.
He's talented.
Yeah, the album sucks, but a couple good songs. I don't know. He's the Iceman, apparently. I don't know. But We're getting above the pattern right now, guys. We're starting to invalidate the bearish consolidation. That'll get me a little bit bullish on the short term. I'm already in the swing long. We'll see what happens. Once again, I don't want to claim victory too soon, but here is the trade on Bitunix. I'm now up $500 in the 4-hour swing long. Let's go. Money, money, money. I see money in the background. Make the ka-ching sound. Dollar signs in the chat, whoever took the trade. Once again, happy, but not claiming victory yet. This could still roll over. Let's be zen and chill here and give them the Bitunix links, God King. We got to shout out Bitunix a little bit. We got 1 day left in the competition.
Yeah, I mean, we're are we close on?
Yeah.
Let's check. Let me check the volume real quick.
And guys, this is the absolute best exchange. I've used a lot of exchanges, man. So many different exchanges before I even got affiliated with with this channel. I've loved Bitunix, and you could be, my witness to that, Dave. When I first met you, I told you I used Bitunix, right?
Yeah.
I love Bitunix. I think you should try it. Seriously, just use our link so you get the best rewards and, best,
It helps
entrances.
the channel.
Yeah, and it helps the channel, right?
Yeah, it helps
so many
us out.
reasons, right? It's
Well,
a great
what's fun?
exchange.
People are always like, JB's putting in a lot of work.
Yeah.
Hope you're, I don't know what they're saying. But if you appreciate his work, use the link. It's his link. Use it.
True.
You'll get benefits. You'll be part of the trading competition. It's not too late, man. You can literally get into the trading competition if you're a whale. Put in a $10 million trade, and you guarantee yourself if you win, the win, and then you guarantee yourself $1,400
Nice.
because you'd be in second place. Volume would cross 100 million, and the prize for that is 1,400.
But even without the competition, amazing exchange. Can't recommend it enough, guys. You have the link for it. Very easy to sign up for Bitunix and start trading today. All right, so the trade looks good. We technically could start cutting some risk here if we wanted to. Bring the stop loss above a little bit and maybe below this more recent low. Or just let it hang out, man. Just let it hang out. It is a Zen trade.
The demand is pumping. It's up to 50.
Show it. Show me. Wow.
Oh damn.
Okay.
Yeah. Cross that zero line.
Resistance up there around that at 64 something, right? Right at the
64.4.
supply zone. Interesting. Okay, yeah. Well, Bitcoin on the way up right now. 63 trades per minute. Beautiful, beautiful. I want to look at the 4-hour really quick because remember, that's the time frame that I decided to make my trade on, and I want to see how it's shaping up. Pull that up. BTC.
One thing to keep a
4-hour.
note of: Bitcoin is approaching its 100 MA on the 15-minute time frame, which is where it got rejected the last 2 times.
100 MA on which one?
The 15-minute. Right now, it's trading above it,
Okay,
but
okay.
yeah.
But 4-hour, here we go, 4 hours. So I like the setup, man. I like the setup. So we have that liquidity wick. We came up, came down. I like, for a bullish move, the engulfing green candle here. That was the main factor for me to get into the trade for now. But yeah, you had an engulfer there as well. Still rolled over, right? It rolled over, of course. But I'm willing to take a chance. Even if you're wrong 2-3 times in a row, you hit that third time, and really run it up. This 4-hour trade, as you can see, can pay me well. But the current candle is coming on up. That's a bullish hammer now. We have not lost that. We have not engulfed that green candle. Remember, I was saying earlier that would be very bad if it went down and just engulfed that bullish engulfing candle.
Yeah.
But right now, we're getting the green candle. If this one closes green, it leads to an even more bullish case. A bullish engulfing candles, big get, bullish engulfing candles. You could get 3 white soldiers here and really get a reversal. Can you see the potential? Head, shoulder, and a right shoulder, inverse head and shoulder to get you even higher. And that has a measured move. I showed you how to do this. Just measure that head and bring it on up, and look where it brings you. It brings you above the 50 MA, above the 21. It brings you close to our profit zone. Our profit zone around 74,000. We will cash out the 4-hour trade, and then we'll reassess everything. At that point, Bitcoin may roll over. She may roll over right there. We'll see what happens. If I get into the short trade, I'll let you know. Or maybe we just bullishly consolidate and go higher. We'll see. We are at the bottom of the range. That's why, I was not looking for shorts today. could still lose a trade. Maybe a short was the way, but I just got to, man, as a trader that does this professionally, that focus on probability, I have to do what's probable. And right now, being at the value area low, with sentiment is so low, with bullish divergence, we do have bullish divergence with that green dot, with that low Stokes, with the small time frame momentum now heading to the upside and invalidating bearish consolidation. I'm speculating we get a bounce here. So that is the breakdown.
Beautiful. All right, guys, we are done for the show today. We want to thank you all very much for tuning in. JP will be going live in about 3 hours and 15 minutes. If you want more TA, make sure to join him. Those of you that are wondering, we did get stopped out of our hyperliquid trade. We're up like 40%, and then Bitcoin started running, and hyperliquid ran with it. And so on the sideline on hyperliquid, took a little bit of an L there. We'll wait to see if we get another rotation to the top of the range, but I still feel confident this thing's going to roll over.
Yeah, Zcash trade is still cooking.
Yeah,
so
Zcash trade's cooking. The Bitcoin trade we got into earlier is still cooking. Remember, that was the one that JP and I both got into. So yeah. But I'm sure you'll get more updates on that on the night stream. But we're done. Anything else you guys want to throw out there?
That's it. I'll see you guys soon. Okay, get ready to be overstimulated and make money.
Stimulated and make money. We love you guys. We'll see you in a little bit.